Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 9th day of June 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to Good Morning to You with Tiny Numismatics number 159. Can you believe it? We are well on our way to 200 episodes, and that's this morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific for you on the West Coast. Now, tomorrow night we have the Friday night auction, and it is 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Come join us for that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and we already have pinned the auction items onto this particular video, and I will leave a link in the description for that. Now let's head over here to APMEX. Gold is down 540 at 1857. That's pretty good. It's still above 1850. Silver down 11 cents to 22.24. Platinum down 23.70 to 1,003, and palladium still under 2,000, down $6.08 to 19.76 even Steven. Now our next stop today is going to be the United States Mint. They had I guess it's a press release, came out June 6th, and it pertains to the Wilma Mankiller quarters. And we're trying to determine here in this particular video when or what day that these particular quarters can be found at your local bank. Now, the title of this particular press release says United States Mint begins shipping third American Women Quarters Program coins. And it is dated June 6th. It's out of Washington, D.C. The United States Mint has begun shipping the third coin in the American Women Quarters Program. That's AWQ. These circulating quarters honoring Wilma Mankiller are manufactured at the Mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. And we also know that they will be selling them from the San Francisco rolls as well. But they don't say that here. This is just for circulation. Now, coins featuring additional honorees will begin shipping later this year and through 2025. And this is, I believe, Ventress Gibson saying this. It is my honor to present our nation's first circulating coins dedicated to celebrating American women and their contributions to American history, said Mint Deputy Director Ventress C. Gibson. Each 2022 quarter is designed to reflect the breadth and depth of the accomplishments being celebrated throughout this historic coin program. Wilma Mankiller was the leader of the Cherokee Nation and a strong voice worldwide for social justice, Native people, and women. That's an incredible design, incredible quarter, and for an incredible person, absolutely. Now, let's talk about when we'll be able to pull these quarters out of circulation, and I will leave a link in the description for this particular article. Now, it says here, please consult with your local banks regarding availability of the American Women Quarters Program quarters honoring Wilma Mankiller in late June and early July. Well, we know today is June 9, okay? And what is the Federal Reserve Bank saying, okay? Well, let's go there and find out. You know what the Federal Reserve is? They distribute coins to the depository institutions to meet transactional demand without regard to specific design, right? Now, this one, they say, came out June 7, 2022. The other one came out March 22, January 3rd. This one actually came out the same day as the ones from the Mint. If we go to the American, well, I'll show you the schedule in a second, but this came out that day. But this one, since it was the 7th, and we know they're coming out on June 14th on the Mint website, so it's a week early. Yikes. So what's going on with these particular quarters as far as the release dates? And we see here release date with an asterisk. We know that the release dates are subject to change. So we see here June 7th, but if we go here to the Cherokee Nation on Twitter page, it says here the Wilma Mankiller quarter is released, and we know that from the celebration on June 6th, that special release. Now it says here, looking for her quarter, some banks will begin circulating the coins starting June 10th. Now, when it says some banks, I would imagine that's not all banks. And I would imagine because it only says some banks and it says starting June 10 means that basically, even if the Federal Reserve shipped these out to the institutions on June 7, does that mean they have rolled? I mean, okay, so when the Mint gets, when they ship these coins, or the Federal Reserve ships them out, I guess, they ship them out in big, huge buckets, and they got to be rolled and counted and all that stuff. So how many days does that take for them to do all that stuff from June 7th? Well, I'm going to go ahead and believe this one here where it says June 10. However, they could come out earlier. And if they do come out earlier, what does that mean for the coins that were released on the 6th that were sold on eBay? So let's go here to eBay. Now you can see here this person has in hand, and it is the same person for these particular listings. It says here, in hand, 5 rolls, 2022, Wilma Mankiller D, Mint Bank quarter roll, USPS postmarked. And if you go into this listing, they are postmarked for the 6th, just as this one is here, as you can see on this listing. It has probably about 9 hours left. It doesn't really say. Not sure why eBay changed that. It's got 14 bids with $6 shipping. This person is going to be making a good bit of money for something they paid $10 for, 8 times their money already. Now look at this. It's the same one. It is sponsored. It is $1,200, and there's only 5 of them. But is it worth it? We got to find out what this one sells for in the next 10 hours to find out if this is even worth it. Now, we do look at these, we see that they are USPS postmarked. And let's face it, if they have come out on June 7, okay, does that mean that the people that bought these particular releases, so if we go down a little further here, right, into the inventories of the Wilma Mankillers, we see this particular listing, right, for the Wilma Mankiller American Women 41 Brilliant Uncirculated Quarters. There's one in here, and then there's one and then there's the roll. Okay, look at all the swag that comes with it. Well, if this person doesn't ship this to you, like, look at this. This thing is still for sale. June 6th it was listed. And if this person doesn't sell it, it's going to be postmarked, obviously, past what it is, well, the day that we're looking here for the 10th and the day that we're looking at here, the 7th. So what does that mean for having the special early release? It could mean nothing. It could be something, but at least I would think if you did purchase these, I would not take it out of the shipping box, especially if it is prior to June 10th or even June 6th. Like June 6th, that would be ideal. June 7th, I'm not sure because it's kind of confusing right now when these came out. And like I said, it was Tiny Numismatics that said, look, June 7th could be the release date, but it's going to be a while before they bag them up, roll them up, count them up, and all that good stuff. So we could easily see, like the Cherokee Nation is saying, starting June 10th. And maybe, just maybe, we could see these particular quarters dropping on June 14th, but I doubt it because look, see right here at the top of this, it says, look, they're beginning to ship. Right? So what should we be paying attention to when these do come available at the Mint website? Well, that's very easy for me, in my opinion, for, in my situation. And I'm looking at that San Francisco roll right here. Bam. That's the one. American Women Quarters 2022 Rolls and Bags Wilma Mankiller. And I'm looking at that 3-roll set because it seems to be the lowest minted out of all of them so far. And, well, let's face it. This one, Mankiller Quarter, had more hype and more media attention, I think, than Sally Ride or Maya Angelou had put together. Isn't that incredible? Now, let's go to those plus ones for today. No. Ooh. I got to show you this. Okay, there's 2 things I got to show you. This one is the Wilma Mankiller Quarter celebration in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. But also, check this out. I thought this was really cool. And this is also from that same celebration. And this is that item that they were given, the family members were given from the United States Mint. And really, I mean, if you think about it, this is the one set right here. And I think there's 6 of these particular plaques. These are the ones that are going to be probably worth a lot of money. I would say maybe $1,000 for this particular thing easily, just because it is amazing. It's the inaugural year of the American Women Quarters. That one looks proof-like compared to probably the Philadelphia there. And it says who it's presented to. It's very specific to the family, and it's from the United States Mint, and it gives the date of the release. This is huge news. This is really, really a big deal. And like I said, I'll leave a link in the description for these particular photos. There's 68 of them here. And it shows you the room that this was taking place in, and it has some family members, and it has, look at these. Oh, how beautiful. I'll tell you, that would have been really something special to be a part of this. That's her Mankiller poems. It just came out. And there's part of the images of the swag that they were giving out. And look at, they're selling the rolls. Here they are. That would have been so much fun. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. Oh, look at that, handing over money for money. And they could just buy them for $10. That's so awesome. How about that? So let's go to those plus ones today. This one, Bruce Lee said this, and he's talking about goals. And we should be goal-oriented. We should have short-term goals, long-term goals. Goals are great. Now, he's talking about a goal is not always meant to be reached, okay? It often serves simply as something to aim at. And I think there was a guy named Casey Kasem. He's a radio disc jockey that said, shoot for the stars. You may miss them, but at least you might hit the moon. Or maybe you shoot for the moon and you might hit the stars. Either way, it's pretty lofty. Isn't that amazing? Now, Bruce Lee said that. Now, for the next one today, this is a song by Love from 1967. It's got lyrics, and it's high quality on screen, and the song is called Alone Again Or. There it is, folks. So thanks for watching. Thanks for dropping by today. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker. Out.